welcome back to the channel. You're watching Old Guy Firewood. My name is Dick, and I'm really glad that you're here. If it's your first time here, I really appreciate you stopping in. Really appreciate it if you go down and push that subscribe button and the like button. That helps the channel grow and helps me to be able to bring more and better content. So would appreciate it if you do that. And to my older subscribers or my older viewers who are coming back and haven't subscribed, and when I look at the analytics on the videos, I see that a lot of the people that are coming back time after time after time, folks that I know, folks that comment, enjoy the channel, watch it all the time, but they still aren't subscribed. So if you would go ahead and push that subscribe button, I really appreciate it. It really helps. But today we're going to modify an IBC tote, and we're going to do that, and then we're going to fill it up with the Eastonmade 2228 splitter with the box wedge and the conveyor. And you know, there's been a lot of conversation recently about IBC totes, and a lot of people have said, man, everybody's commenting on IBC totes. Well, IBC totes aren't new to me. I've been using them for several years. As a matter of fact, I did a video back in March, I think, of 2022 about the whole process from taking a raw IBC tote, cutting it out, filling it with wood, dumping it in the dump trailer, how I attached it to my forks. And so yeah, I've been dealing with IBC totes for a long time. I'm not just jumping on the bandwagon now. But at any rate, we're gonna do something a little bit different. What I've done in the past is I've cut them out here. I started out cutting them down to about here, and then filling them off the splitter. Then I cut them all the way down to the bottom and cut this entire section out so that I could dump them easier. And with the bend on each side, it really didn't harm the integrity of the basket too much. It would bow out a little bit, but it wasn't good, and it dumped pretty good. But the problem that I started to have is with the conveyor and loose filling, you know, basically coming off the conveyor, not getting stacked in there. If it was open here, it would start to fall out. So what I did, and I'll show you, I would take a cutout section and put it over the opening and strap it or wire tie it or something, and you know, then loose fill the tote, and then take this off. And I found when I took this off, even though it was open here, most of the wood was kind of intertwined and jammed in there, and not much of it fell out. So that worked pretty good. But then I saw a video Mike Morgan put out not too long ago where he cut the totes all the way back to here. Didn't leave this bend, but he did leave the top bar to give it some rigidity. And of course, cutting it all the way back to here and all the way down makes it really easy to dump because everything slides right out. So I want to try that. And then, you know, but again, with that big opening, I have a problem off the conveyor filling it and it falling out. So I'd either have to go to my old standby, put a piece there and wrap it and wire it, or do something else. And Heath over at Hardworking Man came up with a great idea where he took the piece he cut out and took some cable and attached it here, and it acted like a hinge, and he could actually swing that open, you know, swing it all the way back. He could load it, put it down. If he was loading off the splitter by hand, put it down, tied it with some ropes back here, and could use the conveyor and come right off the conveyor and fill it loose. And he found when he had it full and he swung this thing up to dump it, not much fell out. So, but I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've got an idea where I want to make one cutout that I can use on multiple IBC totes. And the thought being that I can put it on here, cover the opening, fill the tote, take it off, have a minimal amount fall out, take the tote with the opening and the wood in it, put it in the lineup for drying, and then use this again easily on my next tote. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do. I really hope this works, and I think it will. I tell you, the Eastonmade 2228 splitter has just been a game changer for me, and I can fill these things up just as fast and as effortlessly as you can imagine. And but I need to address this problem of being able to loose fill and not have it fall out, and but still have an opening so I can dump. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it all the way down here and across the top. All right. Now, if you were stacking firewood in here, this would work great. You could stack this front row against these sides. You could even throw it in loose behind that. But to just dump in loose thrown, if you left this opening here, the wood's going to eventually start coming out the front. So what I want to do is something similar to what Heath did. I want to use this piece to block this opening, but I want to make it something that I can put on and off easily, and I don't want to cable tie it here, because then this would be dedicated to this tote, and I want to be able to get the tote in the lineup for drying, take this off, throw the few pieces that might fall out back in, and then take this and use it again on another tote. So I'm going to take you inside the shop and show you what my idea is, and we'll see if it'll work. Well, I've got my cutout tote in here, and I've got the front that I cut out, and yeah, getting ready. Got some material here to make my grizzly bars for the Eastonmade 2228 conveyor. Going to be working on that shortly. But excuse my messy shop, but it's cold outside and it feels really good in here. Got the Fisher wood stove going. Nothing like that wood fire to generate some good heat. But anyway, let me show you what I'm thinking about, and appreciate your comments if you think it'll work. I guess we'll find out by the end of this video. But what I'm planning on doing is, and let me put you on the tripod so I have two hands free and so you can see better. What I'm thinking I can do is take this cutout portion here, and instead of cabling it to this top rail permanently like Heath did, that hardworking man, put some hooks on here, maybe a hook here and a hook here to where I could just hook it on there, then pull it in here, put a strap around the bottom from side to side, fill it up off the conveyor, take the strap off, lift it up off the front, and yeah, I know a few are going to fall out, but we can throw them back in, and then I've got this mechanism here ready to go for another tote, the next one. So what I've done is this. I had some scrap steel rod laying around. I don't know what this is. Maybe, I don't know, 7/16 or something. And just took it, bent it in the vise, bent it into a loop like that. And I figure I can put one in each of these holes and tack weld them in there, and then simply hook them over the front like that, wrap a strap around the bottom, or maybe even some bungee cords on the side would be enough to hold it while I'm filling it. And then when I'm done, you know, these will just pick up off that top rail, and I can transfer it to the next tote. But I'm going to go ahead and put these hooks in these bars and tack weld them in there, and we'll give it a try. Okay, I've got those two hooks pressed down in the bars there, just kind of crimped in there a little bit. That one and that one. And now what I want to do is just run the grinder over the top of those galvanized bars so that I can not be welding with all that galvanized material on top there. Go ahead and plug the Miller MIG welder in and we'll tack those in there. I'm pretty much a self-taught welder. Stick welded for years and years and years and bought myself a MIG welding machine, I don't know, about 5 years ago. I can do pretty good on the heavier metal, but this thin stuff is tough. It's probably like 16 gauge, but I'll see if I can just kind of tack it and then get a little bit better weld around it. Well, nothing super pretty, but they're welded in there and they seem pretty solid. And it's holding that front on there good. It doesn't want to pull out at the top. And I just put a couple of bungee cords on here, one on this side and one over here. And I think, down low like that, and they're pretty stiff bungee cords. I think it'll hold okay. But it's getting dark outside now, so I think we're gonna quit for tonight. And in the morning, I'm gonna take this IBC tote out, put it up under the conveyor on the Wolfridge 2228, get that box wedge going, and fill this thing up and just let it fall off the conveyor and pile in there. And when it's full, I'll take these straps off on the side, swing the bottom up, push it up, and take that front off, and hopefully not too much will fall out. But we'll find out tomorrow. Okay, we've got the Eastonmade 2228 set up here. Got the conveyor put up. Got the new tote that we just cut out set up here under the conveyor with the entire front cut out. And let me go ahead and put the front door on. These hooks just hook on this top bar, and I put a couple little guide pieces on each side so would guide it on there straight and it can't slide from side to side. Strapped in here good. 2 hooks on the top. Strapped in over on this side. I've got some really big logs that I just couldn't process before with my horizontal splitter, but with the pullback arm and the box wedge, we're going to give them a try. So I'm going to go out in the back of the wood yard here and pick one of those logs up, bring it up here on the bucking table, and we'll go ahead and buck it up and get the splitting. Easier to put this on there with a grapple, but I should be able to get it with the forks. Yeah. Yeah. This is a huge old maple log. It's 28 inches. Cookie right there. Lord, that's a big piece of wood. Yeah, it seems to be holding good. Those 4 big rounds filled that tote up, and we've got how many pieces on the ground, Jose? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll go ahead and throw those in. Okay, now the moment of truth. And I can see the way they're in there that there's going to be some that are going to fall out, but we'll see how many. You got it off? Okay. Hey, not too bad. Not too bad. I say they kind of get jammed in there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces came out. Now we got to see if I can move it with the forklift and not lose a lot more. All right, we've got our front gate here ready to be hooked onto the next tote. Well, folks, I think that'll do it for today's video. I had the luxury of having Jose here to help me again today. Our lawn business during the winter, of course, is not a whole lot to do, so I'm fortunate enough on Wednesdays and Thursdays to have Jose help me in the wood yard. But I'm really pleased with the way that worked out. I'm going to try it, continue to try it, and I'll report back on how it works. But you know, that's really pretty much a no-touch situation. Dump right in here, pull the front off, use it on another tote, and these will be very easy to dump now with that front totally open. So I think that'll do it for today, and please, if you enjoy this sort of thing, be sure and subscribe to the channel. Hello, Clifford, what's the matter? Oh, we're just on the other side of his invisible fence, and he wants to come over here so bad, and he's upset that he can't. But at any rate, if you like this sort of thing, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Please leave a comment below. I want to know what you think about this, and if you have any recommendations for improvement. But until the next one, as I always say in all my videos, best advice I can give you is to keep moving.
That's right.
Take care.